Department so much. I like the name War Department so much, not because I love war. I don't, and neither do you. It's because I seek and love peace. And those who love and long for peace must prepare for war. We are in the strength department of peace through strength. Other folks will make sure that the diplomatic relations land right where they should, and our commander-in-chief is focused on that. He is a peace president, but he's asked me, he's asked General Kane, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, who's with us here today as well, to ensure that we have the most ready, most capable military the world has ever seen. I like the name War Department so much, not because I love war. I don't, and neither do you. It's because I seek and love peace. And those who...
All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Also, as like foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace, which really means peace. Unlike these devils, which they represent death, destruction. Okay. And honestly, he was kind of telling the truth. Because I'm thinking futuristic. You got to think ahead. In order to have the world in total subjection, you have to have the ultimate war, World War III. But they're doing it in an evil manner. Esau already have the world under his thumb, but he's not satisfied. All right. He has everything that he wants, but he's not pleased with it. That's why the scripture says he is as what? Deaf and never satisfied. So they could sit there and tell the world they want peace, but there's no peace like the scripture says unto the wicked. All right. There's no peace at all. There's no peace in this man. So the first scripture that came in mind, hopefully it ain't going nowhere. But yeah, there's no peace for these people. It says Psalms, someone that came in mind, I believe it's 50. But to the wicked, the Lord saith, no, I'm sorry, that's not the one. Psalms 55. It says, Psalm 55 and 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. And that's Esau's history. Now you could say whatever you want to say, but history speaks for itself. How is majority of these lands taken? Who taken those lands and how was it taken? It was taken by war. All right. They called it, at that time, they called it manifest destiny. They believed that everything was on their side. Like they couldn't do no wrong. Okay, that's the spirit of Esau. Like this old movie. Let's see if I can do that.
This might as well be
I'll do that another time.
This might as well.
But the first video that popped up was a N-Dub showing everybody at her job, and they work for AT&T, a major corporation. Majority of them are getting laid off. All right, because they bring in AI. So this man is not about having people prosper. This man is about sowing chaos and taking away people's rights. I come in peace. Oh, sorry. It was a movie. It's a cheesy ass movie, man. I'll just do the trailer. I remember this movie as I seen this at school, to be exact. Damn, it was 19. I thought it was freaking other domestic trailer.
This new game could literally.
But this movie was cheesy. It was but they had us watch it. You know, like if your main teacher's missing, is absent, instead of just the substitute teacher comes and um, teach you continuously, they'll just sometimes they'll play movies and so forth. That's what happened, and this is the movie.
Free will on Manhattan. Roscoe. Before they draw the lens, who could possibly move that fast?
It's a cheesy ass fucking movie, but throughout that's all he said. He didn't know no other language. He's supposed to be some alien from another planet. He's shooting out CDs before CDs was out there. So yeah, it was a cheesy movie, but the meat the fucking thing is as he's doing his killing, he's saying, "I come in peace." So it's
Free will on Manhattan. Roscoe. Before they can even draw the lens, who could possibly move that fast?
yeah. So I wanted the other picture. So yeah, they come in peace. That's what they say. Yeah, this is the one. This is the picture I want. No one that I could use as a thumbnail. But yeah, so I mean, this movie right here. If any brothers saw it, y'all know exactly. Or sisters, yes, yeah. See this thing. This is one of the most cheesiest film that you'll ever see. All right, but as cheesy and funny and laughter that you could have, the concept did not escape the film. The concept was he was a hypocrite. He says one thing, it comes out of his mouth, "I come in peace," but he had other intentions. Because that, at least in the movie, his alien over here, at least he, at least he didn't know that was the only words that he knew. But his intentions, his actions spoke for itself. So this is the same concept. See, Esau does certain things, he throws it right in your face, because nobody's gonna really check him on anything. Why would they? They got every goddamn thing. It says Psalms 50 and 20. Yeah, put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He have broken his covenant. So every covenant that was made, a covenant is what? A truce, a treaty. He's broken it. All right. He has broken that treaty. He has made his bed with the enemy. And it says, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war is in his heart. So he said, we like the word war because we want peace. That's kind of an oxymoron. To be quite frank, we got to show a force, strength, which is true. That's the only way real peace, because nobody's gonna try to take you down because it's like, oh, you're too powerful. But behind all that shit how he got that power was all corrupt. Okay, it was all corrupt. You have the majority of people in the United States of America mindset is foolishness. So they might hear that and like, oh, what are you talking about? Look at the history. Look at history, and you see exactly what was done. Okay, war was in his heart the whole time, even to this day. Oh, what was it? I like doing this sometimes. See, yeah, there it is. Huh?
Motherfucker, this might as well be a plantation because we eating to die instead of eating to live. Every time you pay, they gonna give you some shit that ain't going down your system right. Motherfucker, every day and every night. I don't care how well you try to do. America sells poisonous food, poisonous bitches, and a poisonous life. I don't gotta say the shit twice, man.
Yeah, because I don't have to play it twice. Because the food is poison, the water is poison, the air is poison, and they know it. It's not like they don't know it. They know it. Why they doing it for? Because they're at war with the average person. All right. So war is in his heart, meaning his mind. All right. This man's a bloodthirsty individual. Okay. It says, but war was in his heart, which is mine. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. So he was saying one thing and pretend like he means it, but he'll mean the complete opposite. Because in his mind, he's at war. In his mind, there is no what's the word I'm looking for? They'll tell you there's rules in war. You can't do this, you can't do that. Prime example. The G was it the damn the Gina the Geneva Convention, which was nations coming together, saying, look, we can't use mustard gas. We can't use certain things in war. Like when you, even the enemy on the other side, if you're at war, you're not supposed to kill the medical. People that somebody could get shot or whatever, but even though they could be on the opposite side, their job is just to preserve lives. So you're not even supposed to touch them. Well, with this latest, greatest bastards, especially the small hatters, they'll bomb straight up the medical guy, they'll bomb hospitals and so forth. Because technically, there's no war. There's no rules in war. All right. But this war, like it stated in Isaiah, let me get that real quick. Isaiah 9:5. It says, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be burning and fuel of fire. So you can't get peace when you have this adverse tension, because this war is about to change everything. See, Esau, when he had it good, he could flex the muscles that he had by his ICBM nuclear missiles. But like it states in here, Joel 3:9, it said, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. So among all the other nations, prepare war. Wake up thy mighty man. Bring back that old ancient mindset, right? It says, let all the men of war draw near and let them come. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. So take your farming instruments, all right, that you cultivate land to feed families and so forth. Use that power for this, all right? Change your mindset. Let the weak say, I'm strong. So the dynamics of war has changed because the Lord want to make, like the scripture says, a speedy riddance. Isaiah 54, 16. It says, behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bring forth an instrument for his work. So what is the instrument of the Lord's work? First of all, the smith is a scientist that split the atom. Once they split the atom, it was lights out. They had to cultivate it and to put it into something so it can make speedy riddance. So history have shown that today's technology is far more superior than old technology. So the dynamic of the idea of war has completely changed. So you won't see medical in the battlefield because they don't They don't. There's no more hand-to-hand combat like that. Okay. So the show of force is what? The show of nuclear missiles. That's all this thing is about. It's a nuclear arms race. Who has the most? It's a show of power. So, but what was the show of power? Therefore, was to deteriorate or to have people not want to go to war. Well, end up like I read Joel. Not everybody has that technology. Not everybody has that ability to do the same thing that America does. Jeremiah 50 and 25. Matter of fact, Jeremiah 50 says the arrows. 14. Put yourselves array against Babylon, round about, all ye that bend the bow. What is that bow? Bow and arrow. The bow is the missiles. So all you that bear the missiles, put yourself array. Array meaning what? Circle. Array, Iraq. To arrange, set, put, lay, set, array, prepared, order, ordained, handle, furnish, esteem, equal, correct. So array. All right. It says the battle, self, and array, compared, direct, equal. So the set of key points. That's why you had the Cuban Missile Crisis. That was Russia setting up whatchamacallit, a quick ability to destroy. This guy looks wow. You see how Jake looked today, man. Anyway, it was a quick ability to shoot their arrows at America. Now you don't need that. You got ICBM nuclear missiles. You got intercontinental ballistic missiles. You got missiles that could be in submarines. All right. It says, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she have sinned against the Lord. So they're ordered to shoot when the time comes. And they will shoot. America is going to be destroyed by the ICBM nuclear missiles. He knows that is foolish, even though if they haven't. America is the bloodiest city in the world. It's 249 years, about to be 250 years. We was talking about it. I believe it's Yaquab, the elder bro. Yaquab said 20 within that 250 years is 20 years of peace. So all that other time was war, and that's not even. That was war against something else. There's always been war in this society. Always been. So this is a war-torn place. Is a country that's known for war. So the Lord is going to bring the steps of war towards you. And in fact, I'm going to end it off of here. I want to make this too long. Habakkuk 2, I saw that 3. No, yeah. No, 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. That's why the man made the statement. Oh, I don't want to, I don't like war. I'd use war to bring peace, some shit, whatever he said. It's like that man, that demon, that that alien. I come in peace, right? But his soul is not lifted up right, and can't trust the words that come out of his mouth. But the just shall live by faith, which is what the elect. It says yeah, also because he transgressed by wine, democracy, his philosophy. All right, that's word spell. You say one thing, but you mean the other. So when they said Department of Defense, you know how much wars Department of Defense was conducting? So now they're being straight up. Yeah, we are a war country. All right. They don't longer have to hide it. It says, he's a proud man, neither keepeth at home. That's why they got so much goddamn military bases around the world. How much show of force do you need? You got military bases most military bases around the world. Out of all the countries. You are the biggest threat. You're the only nation that dropped a atomic bomb on another nation. But yet you gotta maintain and ensure that nobody else has this technology. So they won't be so irresponsible like yourself. The hypocrisy, who enlarges his desire as hell and is as death and cannot be satisfied, which means what? Even if when they had it and nobody challenged them, they still went out there to start some trouble. And that trouble came in the form of what? Takeover. All right. They went to other nations and did the same thing. This is all about assimilating. This is all about a natural. This is not a natural, but land grab, real estate, property, and so forth. It cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations and heapeth unto him more people. So he's not satisfied just by occupying all these other nations. He's not even satisfied to the point he has to take the same people that he goes to their countries and take over and have them here under his thumb. Should not all these take up a parable against him, taunting? Shall not all this take up a parable against him, a taunting proverb against him? Say, woe unto him that increases that which is not his, which means death and destruction. All right, death and destruction. You cannot cause all this chaos and mayhem and not expect a same outcome. Scripture says, how long? How long is it going to be, Lord? Like, how long this man's going to continuously take over? And it says, and to him that ladeth himself with thick clay, which is that abatyat, right? Surely they shall not rise up suddenly, that shall bite thee, awake and awaken shall vex thee. So when they wake up, all these nations, like, yo, enough is enough of these guys, then they're gonna start fighting back. Venezuela, it ain't take them that long. It's like, yo, you what? Y'all wanna make war with us? We ready. Why? Because the vibration has changed. Many years ago, all these other nations didn't want the smoke from America. Now they like, you know what? They leave us no other choice. They all of a sudden they got courage because they're being backed by what? Russia. If you're against America, Russia got your back. If you for America, America got you. Well, they don't got nobody's back. All right. That's why it's going to be the greatest destruction in the planet Earth. Because America has no one to assist them. All the alliances is about to turn on them. It says, because, I'm sorry. Okay, and that shall be booties unto them, meaning spoiled. So so you're not gonna be a spoiled by these nations. Will you not get it? Because that has spoiled nations, or the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because man's blood and for the violence of the land and of the city and all that dwell therein. So these other nations are here to get payback. So everything that we've been saying is taking place. And now the world is starting to see Esau for who he is. So that being said, shalom to the elected nations. Shalom.